Yo, yo. Let's do it. Let's do this. One sec. Wait. Let's do this, shall we? One sec. I think my internet might be working, chat. I think my internet might be working. Why is the upload so bad? Why is the upload so bad? There was 300 this morning. What are you playing at? Screenshot it. Send it to them. Send it to the overlords. Send it to the overlords. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and embers, welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. Welcome to this first live stream. Woo! Welcome back to this first live stream. First stream back from Japan. There's no other stream that's happened. I promise you. I promise you it's not happened. Welcome in. Hello, my name is Mikey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to this first stream back after the Japan trip. I've been away. All right, let's clarify. So I went to Japan and I came back Monday, okay? And I was quite jet lagged, but I was like, I need to come back on Monday. I need a big stream, okay? And the big stream needs to be amazing. Firstly, one thing that happened was the fact that one sec. The one thing that happened was fucking I like turned my monitor on, that was it. And this was happening. So first stream back, this was happening on my monitor, and I don't know why. Saltism, thank you for becoming a member, dude. So that was Monday, and then I was live. Some of you might have seen it. Jokes aside, this isn't the first stream back. I was live, and then this, which is my wireless adapter, broke. It just stopped. The irony of saying something broke, and then my camera randomly giving up. Oh, I'm having a mare. So yeah, this is my wireless adapter that broke. So I had no internet, so I tried hotspotting off my phone to tell people that it had broke, and that didn't work either. And then my microphone stopped working. So we were having a day and a half, to be honest. So I ended up ending the stream. So today, I'm doing that stream again. So welcome in. Hello, Salted, thanks for being a member. And Andy, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. I thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was literally a perfect time for my computer to start to crash out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. It's just everything's just gone to shit. I've come back and I was like, I'm so excited to stream. I've missed everybody. And my computer was like, watch this. Watch this. So Andy, thank you for the 5 gifted. If you didn't know, we're actually running a giveaway for all throughout December. If everyone becomes a member or gifts, be added to this list, and they're in for a chance to win the Iron Halo Strike Force, the Space Marine Christmas box. So Saltism's in there, as is Andy Tech Dad with another 5 gifted. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate you. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. So welcome in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. It's story time. I've got so many little Japan stories to tell you. I was in the middle of telling some stories, but I'm just going to have to repeat them, okay, if you don't mind. So let me know who you are, where you're watching from, what's going on. I don't really know what's happening with... I'm just going to do the stream again. If you don't mind, chat, I'm just going to do that stream over again. It's just one of those things. So I hope you've had a good time. I don't know what's going on with Warhammer anymore. The games... All I know is Games Workshop's been telling little porky pies. That's all I really know, to be honest. And it's just like, they've been selling some porcupines. So I'm going to tell you all about the porcupines they've been telling and ask you some questions about it. And maybe we'll get to an answer. Maybe we won't. The other thing, I've been extremely busy because I'm running a tournament this weekend. I did it again. I booked a holiday and then I'm running the tournament the week I'm coming back. So we actually have the Hellstorm team tournament. The very first Hellstorm team tournament happening this weekend. For Warhammer 40k, we have 64 players. Can you believe? Sold out. Outpost is like putting tables on the roof and working out anti-grav boots so people can play up on the roof instead so we can get more people in. But it's 8 teams of 4, which is very exciting. 16 teams of 4, sorry, which is very exciting. And we've got the pairings up now. There's a few very nasty teams and lots of very funny teams in there. So it's going to be good. You know, it's going to be very good. There's 2 Hellstorm teams. One, we've got the J Smart's Belgian Hellstorm gang. And we also have the very first international Hellstorm team. Which is very fun because we have people coming from... We have Mr. Duck is coming over, which is exciting. He's coming to be part of the international team. And then J Smarts, who lives in he's Belgian. And, well, he lives in the Netherlands. But he's coming over as well. So, I mean, that's 2 international teams. But only one of them is actually the real one. Good morning, GW Live, says a man claiming this is his first stream back. It is! It is. What are these? Why have we got this open? I don't remember. So we got that happening this weekend. And then obviously I've been in Japan. I've got some fun stories to tell you. Some shit was some pretty crazy shit happened. And I've had a permission to tell you all about it. All right. Now the one thing I was telling you, because I want to clarify, okay, I've been radicalized against the UK, all right? Or just like the West in general, because it's fucking stupid, all right? If you remember, on Monday, I was trying to say, look how fucking fancy this meal was, okay? I was trying to say, chat, I don't have much money. I spend it all on going to Japan. I didn't go away once last year. I didn't really do anything. Me and Georgie didn't have any day trips. We didn't really have many dates last year because we spent all our money on going to Japan again. Because it's fucking sick, right? Now, if you don't know, I traveled around Japan. Okay, I did a little travel. We didn't hit Tokyo, which a lot of people were quite surprised at. But we did the Kansai region, basically. Whoa, the Netherlands isn't Belgium. Well, why did someone from the Netherlands put in the Belgian team? I don't know. You get him to explain to me. And it's about you weren't wearing your Sailor Moon outfit. I did nearly buy one. Nick, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being a member for 33 years, dude. Thank you so much. We can't have fancy meals here because of woke. It's true. It's too woke around here. So I travelled around Japan. I'll give you a quick overview. Again, I apologise if people watched Monday and got a bit of a repeat of this. Don't worry, there's new stories to tell. So we travelled to Osaka because that's where the biggest airport is. Okay. And we had a few things we wanted to do. And I've already moaned about a few things already. Again, I'm just doing the stream again. So we went to Osaka and we only stayed there for a day. That was like our layover day. And then we got the bullet train, which, chat, it's fucking fast. I'll tell you, it's really fast. We got the bullet train, the Shinkansen, to Nagoya, which is the 4th biggest city. Well known for fried chicken, which is very cool. Nagoya was really cool. It was like a proper Japan city. You know, it's still very touristy, but it's a lot quieter and more built for like, yeah, like more built for like tourists to enjoy Japan rather than kind of like a lot of Japan feels like you go for the tourist shit. It's like fucking circus town, whereas Nagoya felt like a city, which is cool. I'm trying to find some pictures. The problem is all these pictures are tiny. George is taking some very cinematic pictures, but you can't see much. But you can say like this is Nagoya, right? And it's just fucking, it's dead. If this was Tokyo, there'd be like 4,000 people here. But like, yeah, it's one, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really quiet, but it's really cool. It's still loads of stuff to do, which is cool. I also went to the Pokemon Center in Nagoya. Fucking golden Magikarp. How sick's that? There's something about Nagoya Castle. Has something about the golden fish. I can't remember why. Nagoya Castle golden carp. Shachihoko. The iconic golden ornaments at the top of the Nagoya Castle are known as the Shachihoko, which are mystical creatures often described as tigerfish. They are not cased, but rather fish-like statues and tiger heads that adorn both ends of the main keep's roof. And they're known as like mythical guardians. You know, this is what one looks like. I'll show you a picture. I don't want to open Facebook, sorry. I'll just give me a picture of the fucking... Give me a picture of the fucking fish, bro. This is a picture of the golden fish on Nagoya Castle. So that in the Pokemon Center, they have golden Magikarp. Which is sick as fuck. Really cool. Really, really cool. Anyway, so we went to Nagoya. And then we went to Kyoto. Which is obviously around here. So we traveled over here. Again, I've already mentioned it. But like in Kyoto, they have the Nintendo Museum. And it was like fucking... The problem is with the Nintendo Museum, it's all a lottery to get in. And I've been to Japan twice and I've failed both times. Both times have denied me. Which is super fucking annoying. You have to like apply on the day you want to go. And then like 3 months or like a month before you've booked in, they tell you whether you've got in or not. Which is stupid. And so why can't I just buy a ticket? You know what I mean? Why can't I just come in and buy a ticket? How fucking annoying. Alright. So I've moaned about that already. Then we went to Kobe. Okay, so Kobe is the place to get Wagyu beef. All right, I know it's deja vu. I'm doing it a lot faster than last time. So Kobe is the place of Wagyu beef. All right. Now I was trying to tell everybody before my stream died that I was like gloating. I was like, look guys, I've spent them sub monies. Thanks for all the subs. This is what I spent it on. I've had a private chef cook me some beef. All right. Where is it? Nearly that. 2,000 pictures to scroll through chat. 2,000 of the fuckers. I'm having a private chef cook my food for me, and I'm gloating like, guys, look, YouTube's working out. Look at this private chef cooking my food, bro. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? A5 Wagyu beef. Look at him go. A professional at work. He's in front of me. We're chatting. We're talking about football and whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I live in England. Manchester. Yeah, I know that one. I know Manchester. You know, I'm doing all that stuff. I'm having a great time. Where's the rest of it? I've lost it. For some reason, all my pictures are muddled up. I think I know why. Do I know why? Where's it gone? I actually have lost it. No, there it is. Anyway, there's this fucking... When you go to this Wagyu place, right? A5 Wagyu is one of the most expensive meats you can buy, right? One of the best things you can have in your mouth, I've heard. We walk in, we've got a booking. It's like we're under Georgie's name, like hit Georgie, and like there's a guy at the front of the shop, and he like goes, okay, and he like picks up a phone, and he's like, they've arrived. Shall I send them up? And I was like, what's going on? Am I James Bond? They've arrived. Are you ready for them? And they send you up, and they sit you down. They like send you up like a waiter guide you up, And you sit down and you sat like across from a guy. There's like a few people on this bench, but he sat across from the guy. This is our chef for the evening. And he starts cooking some garlic, right? And then he pulls out some beef. This is the beef that we ordered. Okay, we got sirloin and a ribeye. We ended up sharing them, and a bit of both. And then they're like, "Would you like to take a picture with the meat?" So here's me and Georgie looking beautiful, obviously with our paper aprons on, posing with some beef, which again I've never done before. Sorry, vegans in chat. Apologies. Just pretend it's fucking the new. It's a new codex that Games Workshop just released. And then I'm like, well, bro, come on, get a picture in. So, boss man chef comes in. So we pose with beef and a chef, which I've never done before. Very strange. All right. And now, because the stream hasn't dimed yet, the stream is still working. I can now show you the side of the beef. The fact that you got the chef in for a picture is truly the most northern thing. It's incredible. Nothing says fine dining like a paper bib. Yeah, well, I was wearing a white t-shirt, you know? I had a white t-shirt on. So I didn't want to get down myself. So they're like, would you like an apron? I was like, yes, please. Why not? Oh, for free, mate. Free apron. Deal. Anyway, look at this beef chat. Fucking, whoa. Gorgeous. So you have like this plate, right? And he's cooking this meat, and he's doing it in like 4 little mouthfuls, right? And he's like, right, okay, take the first bit, sprinkle a little salt on it, and try it. And you're like, crazy. And then he's like, right, this next bit, put some pepper and wasabi on it. I'm like, I'm not a fan of wasabi. He's like, try it. And I'm like, whoa, that's good. And he's like, right, okay, do salt, pepper, put some garlic on there, because that's what's on top. Dip it into this sauce. We got like a miso sauce and then like a sesame sauce. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely amazing. This is me with some chopsticks. Look at the colour, chat. Look at the colour. Look, this is what all your sub money went on last month, okay? Chat, look, think about that. This is what the sub money went on. Guess how much it cost in Japan to have a private chef with A5 Wagyu, right? A5 Wagyu, one of the most expensive beefs on the planet. What's they're like the cream of the crop in terms of a steak, right? You have a private chef cook it for you, but also not only just cook it, but like and prepare it all in front of you, which is obviously pretty cool. It'll also like talk to you about it and like tell you exactly how to dine it to make sure you dine it properly because it's so expensive. Have a guess how much that cost. If you know, don't say anything. If you've been to Japan, don't say anything. But if you're in the UK, like how much do you think this cost per person? You know what I mean? 50. You think it costs 50 quid? Come on now. No, honestly, how much do you think it would cost? Like if you went to somewhere in the UK for a personal dining experience, three course meal as well. It wasn't just a steak. It was a full 3-course meal. I looked it up because there's this place in Sheffield, right? This Italian restaurant that Georgie loves to go to. I've been there with Jay Martin. That's how nice it is. We went there with Jay Martin. We took him there to treat him. And like a 3-course meal with a bottle of wine for 3 of us. But I'll try and work out the price for 2 of us. It's about 150 quid, and it's just a restaurant that you order food and you sit down at. You know. It's fucking stupid. If you wanted like a personal dining experience, I think you'd be looking at 500 quid. You know? Which place in Sheffield? A place called Domo. It's alright. It's in Kelham. Anyway, this entire experience was £120. Can you believe? 120 quid for a 3-course meal with a private dining experience with the chef? Like, very intimate experience. 120 for 2 of you. Not each, 2. Like, £60 each. Can you believe? Yeah, for both of us. Yeah, it was like £60 each. Like, the ribeye, it was like a set course that you'd have. But it was like 50 odd quid or something like that. And then you buy your drink on top. Like cream of the crop beef as well. I was just like, what the? Why do I live in the UK? This is fucking shit. You know, bearing in mind, if you want to buy Wagyu in the UK, just for like reference of how expensive this shit is. If you want to buy, you can buy ribeye from M&S for 20 quid. But like from Japanese A5 Wagyu sirloin beefsteak, which is a bit, we had a slightly smaller, I think we had 200 grams of each one. 65 quid. You know what I mean? Like £46 for a ribeye at 200 grams. Frozen! Frozen! 60 quid for a full dining experience. I was just like, I hate the UK. Why is everything so expensive here? You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to tell on stream. I was trying to like jokingly gloat, be like, got a private dinner, got a private restaurant, got a private chef. Guess how much I spent? Guess what? It's only 100 quid. You know? So I was just mad. I was just angry. It just like made me angry at the UK. Probably isn't even really A5 Wagyu. No, exactly. As soon as it's frozen, you lose all the flavour, I've heard. That's what, as far as I understand it. As soon as it's frozen, you lose all the flavour. But it's crazy. It was crazy good. And then the next day, we travelled from Kobe to Osaka. You know, the UK sucks, vote green, truly. Yeah. We went from Kobe to Osaka, right, which is about 40 miles. You could get the Shinkansen, but we ended up getting a local train. Okay. Chat, 35 miles on a train. 35 miles on a train. Bear in mind, I was chatting to Guy from Midwinter Minis, and he said a similar trip this distance down near London would be like 35 quid, right? For this distance. It's about a 45-minute journey on one train. Bear in mind, Osaka is the third biggest city, so it'd be like going from like Kobe to Osaka. It'd be like going from like Sheffield to Manchester. It's like 95p. It was 95p to get across. How many miniatures did I paint? Did you do your best Brucey impression? Higher or lower? Fuck me. It's 95p and it was on time. Now, I couldn't sit down for the first 5 minutes of the journey, I won't lie. But as soon as we got to the next stop, everyone got off, I could sit down. It's like, why is the UK so expensive? You know? Why is the UK so fucking expensive? Like, fair enough, Japan's yen's really weak, right? You know, Japan's yen is really weak, but their minimum wage is equivalent to about £5 an hour. Which sounds rough, but everything's quite cheap, you know, as I'm kind of like getting my point across. But if their minimum wage is like £5 and like their 40-mile trip is like a fifth of their wage, an hourly wage, you know, so like £1. Well, if our minimum wage is like £12, shouldn't it be a fifth of that? So it should be like 2 quid to go from Sheffield to Manchester. Because our rail is run for profit, not as a service. Yeah, well, yeah, literally. Literally. So yeah, their rails are nationalised. It's fucking disgusting. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It just makes me so fucking angry. It makes me want to live in Japan just because it feels like I can afford to do stuff. I can afford to like go out and have some food, you know? It's £3.60 for me to go one stop here just to get into town. Exactly. It's just fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm just banging my head against the wall. It's all the immigrants' fault, isn't it? That's why we can't afford to do anything. It's all the immigrants' fault. Fucking morons. Anyway, on a lighter note, which you can chat. Okay, look, it's time. It's time. Okay. It's time for this music to play because I did something stupid, all right? I did something stupid, and I knew this would happen before I went, okay? Clown music cue. So, we went to Osaka for the last leg, okay? You know Osaka because it's got Universal Studios. You know, it's got the Nintendo World somewhere. I can't remember where it is. Nintendo World. Super Nintendo World, Japan. All right? Now, sadly, I didn't go. I really wanted to, but I didn't go. Because by the time I got to Osaka, I kind of spent all my money. So I was a bit skint. And Super Nintendo World isn't the cheapest place. If it's like 20 quid to get in, I think. But then if you want the express pass, which it sounds like you need to be able to not queue for 8 of the 10 hours you're there, it's like 100 quid total. So I was like, I can't really. I would love to go, but I was pretty tired. And you know, we've been on the trip for like 2 weeks, 2 and a bit weeks. We knew we were traveling. I kind of didn't want to wait, well, spend all my money in one go, you know, last of my money. But the reason I booked a hotel in Osaka, you know, the reason I booked a hotel in Osaka is because I wanted to go to the Gundam Pavilion, okay, in Osaka. Because there's also obviously like Gundam bases, you know, obviously I'm really into Gundam now. Last year I wasn't so into Gundam. I didn't really care that much. I just thought it looked cool. Now I'm really into Gundam, okay? And like, I wanted to go to Gundam Next Future Pavilion because this is it. This is it, all right? It is a huge building, but they also have a life-size RX-78 F00, whichever model this one is, outside it, okay? So this is actually a statue, or like a functioning Gundam, technically. It's a robot that you can get in and pilot, that used to be in Tokyo. They moved it to Osaka, you know? And like, here it is. It is a life-size Gundam outside the building, all right? And I really wanted to go, and I really wanted to buy that Gundam whilst I was there, all right? Because look at the fucking state of it. It's a 40-meter tall robot. Of course I wanted to see it. Diowag, thank you for the 54 months, dude. I just added you to our Christmas list. Diowag, dude. Appreciate it.
Celebrates 54 months of membership.
Still need to grab the December pin. Desperately. Desperately. So I really wanted to go here, right? Because it looks fucking sick, you know? It's a big fucking cool museum. It's a big shop. It looks cool as fuck. And I really wanted to go. So that my priority, I was like, Georgie, we should go to Osaka. I'm sure it'd be really cool. And she's like, what, do you want to go to Nintendo World? And I was like, maybe. I might just want to do some sightseeing instead. And by sightseeing, I meant I wanted to go here. I wanted to go to the Gundam Pavilion. But it looked fucking cool. Right? Look at it. Fucking look at the state of it. Look at it. How cool is that? Wow. Anyway, I don't know if you know, but I can't read Japanese. I can't read Japanese, funnily enough. And some of you might have done some reading on this screen because I didn't actually watch this video. I just looked it up, okay? So basically, if you look at the map, where is it? Don't look at what it says on screen. The Gundam Pavilion is here, okay? And we were staying basically here, somewhere around here, right? It was like not very far, all right? It was like somewhere in this area. I can't remember. Well, I do know, but you know. I was staying around here, so I was like, I was close to Nintendo World. I'm also really close to Gundam Next Future Pavilion. Now, you might notice something that it says on screen about the Gundam Next Future Pavilion. Because it turns out it was temporary. It is fucking temporary, chat. This says 13th of April 2025 to the 13th of October. It is fucking closed, bro. You couldn't go in. It was shut. It was actually shut. Because I didn't realise it was... They'd moved a 40-meter robot outside a 3-story building temporarily. For just 6 months? What do you mean? Why is it only 6 months, bro? So I was like, no, let's not go to Super Nintendo World. Let's go to Gundam Next Future Pavilion. It was fucking closed. So I didn't go to Super Nintendo World, and then Gundam Next Future was shut, and yeah, I couldn't get into the Nintendo Museum either because of the fucking lottery system. What is the fucking point? What is the fucking point, bro? I just wanted to see the big robot. And then I think they'd like half taken it down already, so I didn't bother fucking going. So anyway, chat, I had a great fucking time. I had a great time. So chat, spam those memberships because Japan Trip 3 is on the books. I mean, it's going to have to be. Fucking hell. Fucking, I just didn't realise. I just didn't look at this. I didn't see this bit where it says till Monday the 13th of October. Can you believe? Absolute moron. Absolute moron. So as I went to Osaka, we basically spent 3 days in Denden Town, which is basically like the nerd capital of Osaka. It's like the nerd area. Which is sick, to be fair, but it's not what I wanted to do. Reading is hard. I didn't think a 40-meter robot would be there for only 6 months. You know, I just Googled it. It said open. I booked my hotel, and then I went, and I was like, oh, it's shut. Georgie being so confused on why you brought her to a building site. Oh, bro, she was nearly living there, okay? The next story is actually right at the start of the holiday, okay? Right? And she's given permission. I've been told I'm allowed to tell you about this, okay? Chat, when you're on holiday, what is the most important thing you need to keep? You know, or remember. The most important thing you need to remember whilst you're on a holiday, like, in another country. All right? Now, the answer is pretty obvious. It's not a trick question. We've just been on the flight, okay? We travelled a long way because we went from Sheffield to Birmingham to drop off the cats at the in-laws, right? So we'd left the cats there, and then the next day we got a train from Birmingham to London, and then we got on a flight from London to China, and then from China we got another flight to Japan. That was our route, okay? So it's not a short route; it's quite a long, tiring route, okay? And then when we got to Japan, we're quite sleepy. We're not quite used to the time zone yet. We've been on a plane for like 18 hours total, something like that, and obviously travelled a long way. We'd had the fucking 9-hour fucking train ride, it felt like, from London. We just got through immigration, which took about an hour, which is pretty long. Immigration in Japan is pretty slow, I will say, especially when it was like 10 o'clock at night as well. Obviously for us, it felt like 1 in the afternoon, but we'd not slept. But like it was like 10 o'clock, so it's quite busy. There's not a lot of people working, so it took ages to get through immigration. Anyway, we get through immigration, we got our cases, we're all excited, we're all happy and raring to go. And then Georgie's like, I need the bathroom. And I'm like, cool, no problem. All right. And I was like, don't worry, I'll watch your case. I'm going to go to 7-Eleven because I'm in fucking Japan. What's the first thing you're going to do? I'm going to go to a convenience store because they're actually good. It's not like Tesco. It's fucking sick. I grabbed myself a bottle of Pocari Sweat. All right. Which is like basically it's like a hydration drink, but they're so tasty. Here's me with a bottle of Pocari Sweat. In the UK, this cost £4. This was 70p. It's very tasty. It's very tasty. It's like it's one of those like fucking electrolyte drinks or whatever, but it's a nice flavour. Anyway, so there's me, my Warhammer t-shirt, as you can see, 9:30 on the 15th. That's the day I got there. Anyway, Georgie comes out, takes a case, grabs a coat. We walk over to the train station. All right. We get on a train. Okay. And then we're all excited. We're chatting. Is like, okay, what platform do we need to get off at? You know, where are we going? We're all excited going to our hotel for the first night. And Georgie says, oh, I'm just going to put my passport in my bag. I'm like, Georgie, that's such a great idea. Keep it safe. And then she's like, and she's checking a little side bag, and she's like, I don't know where my passport is. And I'm like, you surely put it in your rucksack, right? We're at the train station still. We're on the train. The train hasn't set off. And I'm like, right, okay, let's have a look in your bag. Let's have a rummage. And it's like, it's not there. And she goes, I think I've left it in the bathroom. And I was like, you what? Excuse me? What do you mean you've left it in the bathroom? I think I left it in the bathroom when I went to the toilet. And then when we both realised that she's not taking the piss and she probably has left her passport in the toilet, in the airport, we both go to turn around, and it was like slow-mo, honestly. It was like... And just as we're turning around, the train doors shut. Is that why Gio isn't here? So the train doors shut, and the train sets off. Georgie, passportless, in another country, just in time. Just as we're saying, it's fucking this country, the trains are on time all the time. We got on the train because it was the first stop because we're in the airport. And just as she realises she's not got a passport, the train doors shut and it sets off. So anyway, we're on a train for 20 minutes, rummaging through this fucking rucksack, right? We're rummaging through this rucksack, no passport. And I'm like, don't worry, darling. Don't worry, darling. It's all going to be fine, okay? It's all going to be fine. It'll turn up. And in my head, I'm like, how fucking could you? How you leave your fucking passport in the bathroom? Are you fucking dumb? Anyway, so we get off the train at the first stop. And then we get back on the train and go back, all right? And then, I don't know if you know how Japan travel works, but it's kind of like Oyster card, if you know what that is, you know? It's like a transport card. And you tap on, tap off. You tap on when you go into the station. And you tap out of the station, right? And we get back to the airport, and we're trying to get out of the station, and it's like... You know, because it's like, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to get on in a station, back out of station? And then we're like, sumimasen, onegaishimasu. Wrong station. And we're trying to get out of the fucking station, right? So we had to like speak to someone to get us back into the airport. We finally get back into the airport. Oh, funnily enough, guess what? The passport is not in the toilet anymore because it's been 35 minutes. It's been 35 fucking minutes. Obviously, the passport is not in the bathroom. So then she's like, we're like trying to find like a help desk. It's gone 10. It's like 10:30 at this point. You know, it's 10:30. Everything's closed because it's a fucking Sunday night or whatever it was. I can't remember what day it was. But like, it was like everything was shut. And then we're trying to talk to somebody in the shop, and we're like, help a desko. I don't speak Japanese. Georgie speaks very little Japanese. Much, well, I mean, she speaks a decent amount of Japanese. She's got a rough idea what's going on. I've got hardly anything. You know what I mean? And then, so we're like, we go to like a random money exchange. We're like, help desk, and they're like, go this way. And then we go upstairs. We don't know where it is. We have to ask someone else. Help desk, and then they go this way. You know. She's Duolingo Japanese for like 2 years, yeah. She can speak 4 languages already, and she's complaining that she can't speak Japanese fluently yet. I'm so confused as to why she took the passport into the bathroom, let alone put it down in there. Yeah, so for some reason, she thought it was because she had her passport and phone in her hand like this, you know what I mean? Also, cool new ditto case chat. She had, if this is her passport, she had it in her hand like this and went to the bathroom because she had them held together. And then obviously she's put them down in the bathroom and then picked up her phone and not picked up the passport underneath it. Honestly, it's because of these fucking racist black passports, you know what I mean? They're like the good old burgundy ones that I've got. So we end up finding the help desk, chat. It's 11:15 at this point. We've still not checked into our hotel. It's 11:15 at night. But the help desk is closed, and there is one telephone on the desk. And Georgie's like crying, screaming, crying, throwing up. She's in tears because obviously she's scared because she's lost her passport. And I'm like, the women's pants have no real pockets problem. Yeah, literally. She's wearing like tracksuit bottoms which had no pockets for some reason. And I'm like, Georgie, don't worry, it's fine. If we don't find it, we'll just go to the embassy tomorrow. We'll go and check into the hotel. You do need your passport to check in. That is very true. I'll check into the hotel and I'll bring you in like a woman of the night. That's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to smuggle you in, because in Japan, every hotel, if you're staying there, you need your passport because obviously, got people traveling around. Fair enough. So I'm gonna have to sneak you in like a woman of the night. Gone 2 a.m. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to call you and be like, Sumimasen, come meet us around the bins, and I'll sneak you in. But then there's one telephone, and I'm like, Georgie, you're gonna have to pick up the phone. And she's like, I can't. I don't speak Japanese. I'm like, Georgie, now's the time to speak Japanese. Now's the time to pull an ultimate, cast your ultimate and speak Japanese. And she's fucking crying down this phone, being like, Sumimasen, does anyone speak English? English, something like that. And then they go, yes. They're like, do you have a passport? And they're like, what name is it? It's like, Georgie. It's like, yeah, we have a passport. But she's like crying, and I'm just like, thank fucking God. And this woman comes out and she's like, okay, can we just confirm? We're just gonna look at the picture to make sure it matches up. Can you like state your full name and stuff like that? And then it's like, okay, you need to sign this paperwork. Can you put your personal details on this piece of paper to confirm that you picked it up, so we know who and where we're going to? And George is like, oh my God, yes, of course. You can have anything you want, please. And the woman, obviously, Japanese, not understanding that George is just like sighing relief, basically, just goes, we would like your personal details on this sheet, please. So she fills it out. She gets a passport. And I just immediately take the passport off her, put it with my passport in my bag. I'm like, right, I am keeping that passport away from you all fucking week. I can't believe you left your passport in the fucking bathroom, you idiot. And she was like, what? And I was like, I'm so fucking mad. I was like, you've literally tried to ruin the holiday. We've been here for 25 minutes. We hadn't been there 25 minutes. Been there over an hour at this point. But I was like, we've been here. We've been in the country through immigration for about 5 minutes. You decided to leave your fucking passport in the fucking bathroom. So anyway, got the passports. I've looked after them, and they're still in my bag, ironically. But I just fucking couldn't believe it. But that's not the only airport story that I've got for you, because there's another one on the way back. But anyway, love it to bits. Fucking dozy. Absolutely dozy in that moment. I couldn't believe it. Oh, like, the one thing you need when you go on holiday is a bank card, a passport, a phone is ideal. They are like the three things that you need. Like, the first two, a bank card and a passport, are the only real two things you need for a holiday. Because your passport, you need to get in and out of the country. You need to get home. And then a credit card, you can buy any, like, yeah, you might not have unlimited money, but if you need clothes, you can buy them. You know what I mean? If you need a flight, you can buy one. Like, they're just like the two. If you've not got a bank card, you're fucked. If you've not got a passport, you're fucked. You got those two. Everything else is just makes your life easier. Having a phone is much easier, Having your fucking clothes is much easier, but they're not. You don't technically need them. You need those two. You need money and you need fucking passport. So, anyway, absolute fucking nightmare. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was so mad. I was so fucking angry. But anyway, ironically, That's not the only passport story, or the airport story. Because I want to just clarify, chat. If you know, like aviation rules, you know, like getting on a plane rules, that's just against the airline regulation. It's not illegal, right? Is that how it works? Just to clarify, just to ask a really random question. You know, there's like a rule of like what you can and can't have in your bag, let's say. That's like, it's not illegal. You're not going to get arrested for it. But like, you know, it's just against aviation rules. No, it's illegal. It's illegal, really. I thought it was just against the airport rules. You can get arrested. Okay, I've got no other stories to tell, chat. Chat, I've got no other stories to tell. Anyway, that's the end of the stories. There's just like out of curiosity, just out of curiosity, just randomly googling stuff. I don't have any other stories to tell. Okay, cool. That's fun. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I had my camera batteries confiscated because I was flying with so much stuff. Because I'd bought loads of fucking stuff in Japan. I'd realized that I put my camera that I actually didn't end up filming with at all in my checked suitcase. So when I got home, not realizing that it had actually gone already, I'd like, you know, it'd been a few days, and then when I unpacked my suitcase, it turns out that the Air China had been in my suitcase for a because they'd x-rayed it, and it turns out I had my camera batteries in, which is ironic because like there's so much stuff in that suitcase that shouldn't have been in there. But then it turns out that because I'd had loose lithium batteries, spare batteries for my camera, they'd taken them out of my suitcase. And it's funny because there was actually a mobile phone in that bag, in that suitcase. And there was also a battery in the camera that they'd also not taken. But they had taken the spare batteries from my suitcase. So, chat, this is a fun story of don't take batteries in your suitcase or anything else illegal, just to clarify. Just wanted to clarify that. Just don't take batteries. Pushing past the knives, black market animal products, and lighters allegedly for a battery. Yeah, can you believe? Did you know spent ammunition in the UK is considered the same as live ammunition when traveling? I definitely don't have a reason to say this. That is interesting. I did not know that either. But yeah, so I had this in my suitcase with 1, my dirty underwear, and 2, lots of Gundam. And this had not been taken out. Did you read the top part? According to regulation of aviation security, the People's Republic of China, other relevant laws are required to check baggage to your X-ray machine. Actually, the model your baggage might take prohibited and or dangerous items. Therefore, you need to open your baggage for further inspection. All operations are carried out under strict supervision and monitoring of CCTV. Baggage contain prohibited or dangerous items which are hazardous aviation security and lithium batteries. This is the regulations of aviation security. That's not illegal. I'm definitely on a list now, though, right? Prioritize the daily use of purpose such as lithium battery, power bank, and lighters are removed. But clearly, I'd just been a fucking idiot, and I'd fucking dropped it in there. Dropped my camera batteries in there. Did they take the charge as well? No, there was no other. There's nothing else. They'd taken nothing else. They'd literally only taken the camera battery, or batteries. There's 2 in there. At least the Chinese are nice enough to tell you that it'd been through your data pads to take the batteries out. Yeah, but even then, what made me laugh is they left the battery in the camera. They literally just taken the spare batteries. Because I had like my camera, and then in like the case, they had like the charger with the 2 batteries. But yeah, it was funny. There's nothing else to this story, I promise. Just want to clarify that. That's just what I want to clarify. So anyway, chat, I've got a video coming out. I filmed a hell of a lot. I didn't make any videos whilst I was out there. I was planning on like making videos whilst I was out there, at least some shorts and stuff like that. And I wanted to stream, but I didn't bother in the end. I just like didn't want to be funny, but I just didn't want to. You know, I just didn't feel like it. I didn't feel up to it, and I realized that I really needed a break, to be honest. But it was good to get away. You know, it was good to get away, and I'm feeling very motivated. And then as soon as I get back, fucking my computer broke, which is awfully annoying. So, but the thing is, chat, is that's my Japan stories. I'll do more about Japan and what I bought, but all else, I'll show you a little preview. Because once I got into Osaka, and once I'd realized, I didn't want to work on holiday. Such a brave stance. Nah, jokes aside, because I'm a YouTuber, I have to monetize everything because my bottom line is very thin. You know what I mean? I don't make a lot of money. I scrape by most months, so having 2.5 weeks off is not only expensive because I'm going on holiday, expensive because my income drops. You know what I mean? When I'm not streaming, I make £0. So I've tried to film a bunch. But what I will say is, like, some of the cool things I did see was... What was I talking about? I was talking about what I bought, right? Let me do that first. I'm not made of extra passports yet, literally. Once I got to Osaka, because I was on a hunt for certain Gundam kits. If you didn't know, I collect... Oh, you can't see them. I collect Evangelion Gundam kits. So the first Gunpla plastic model kits that I got. They're the ones that kind of got me into Gundam, and then I started like getting more into Gundam. So I've been trying to collect the full set, and I managed to find one. But when I realized I couldn't find any more, because like they came out in 2020 and they were like not limited run, but they were like kind of hard to... Like, they're kind of hard to find. I ended up treating myself to a new playmat for Gundam, for the card game. As you can see, I got a very nice new playmat. Because I was talking to this about Parasocial as well. Yes, 1, I did manage to get them all home, jokes aside. And 2, Gundam is so fucking cheap, chat. You know, Gundam is so fucking cheap. And also, it's so fucking cheap in Japan. Right? I've got multiple kits, right? Let me grab one. One sec. Someone's at my door. BRB. Just look, admire my... Oh, God. Right, I'm back. I remember when I was self-employed, holidays were a blessing and a curse. You spent a lot and then suddenly have no money coming in at the same time. Yeah, it's awful. Awful. Anyway, I have a bunch of these kits, you know, the G-Quux kits. So this is like the first Gundam line that I've got into, because this is the show that I started with. It's also the same director as Evangelion, my favourite show. But this kit, which is like a high grade, it's about £25 retail, okay? It builds something like this, or similar size. You know, it builds something like this size, you know? It doesn't come with the base is extra. But it builds a kit like this sort of size. That's what basically it is, okay? 25 quid. Fairly reasonable. Fairly reasonable price. This is the first, technically the first Gundam kit I've ever built. But ignore that when I put it out as a video. Anyway. As you can see, I bought quite a lot. Because for some reason, with with products that are shipped from Japan into the UK... And it's the same with Goo and Uniqlo, the clothing brands. All of these kits were 2,500 yen, 2,500 yen, which in pennies would be 2,500, which would mean £25. But the yen is like, it's essentially the way you do it, because they don't use pounds, essentially everything's in pennies, and then the value is half, okay? The 2,500 yen is about £12.50. So as you can see, all of these kits were about £12.50. The Rickdom was a little bit more expensive because it's a bit bigger. Whereas if I bought them in the UK, they'd be £25 each. So they're literally half the price in Japan. And obviously you got to pay for a flight, you got to pay for a hotel, you got to get a flight there and a flight home. But like, why the fuck is why is it literally double the price in the UK? What the fuck? These action bases, as you can see, were 660 yen. That's like 3 quid. I bought a pack of these in the Gundam base and it was £15. It was £15 for one pack. These were £3. £3.30 tops. Because it's not even half, it's less than half. It's actually less than half. £3.19. Because the yen is so weak. Look at that. Yen's weak, falling. I leave, skyrocket. So, like, I ended up buying so much fucking Gundam. I had a second case, thankfully. And what I did was I took them all out of the boxes and then just taped the sprues together. Because all of the Gundam sprues, they come in like plastic packs anyway. But I took them out of the boxes and that made them pack a lot easier. But all of these were 12 quid. If I bought them in the UK, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like, what, 150 quid there? Yeah, that's like 150 quid. It was actually 75. Can you believe? This is the announcement for Mikey's Gundam reselling endeavor. It's the same with God Hands. You know what I mean? Like, where were they? One sec. I've lost it now. I've done it again. Like, there's actually a limit on buying God Hand. You know the clippers? Because in fucking... Where is it? Come here. I've tried to make the image bigger so I can see what's going on. But now everything's really hard to scroll. Where was it? It's in Joshiland, I want to say. I don't know if you can find it. There were some fucking clippers, right? God Hand clippers in the UK are like 50 quid. It's fucking stupid. Now, annoyingly, when I went to buy some, they were out of stock. But there was some God Hand clippers for, I shit you not, 20 quid. Here they are. So God Hand plastic clippers 4,400 yen. These are, let's have a look. God hand clippers, plastic. The red ones. PN 120. Alright, okay, a little bit cheaper. £37. Is this going to dox me? Yep. I can't show you. £37, as you can see, off Amazon. 4,400 yen. It's £21. Isn't that fucking dumb? This is the only pair I saw in stock, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get them from somewhere else. So I'm going to a big shop soon. Like even the bigger ones, they're 5,400, which is an extra tenner ish, £26, and then the blue ones, they're like £48. It's fucking dumb, bro. It's so fucking dumb. It's so annoying. Why do we live in the UK? Why is everything so expensive, bro? Oh, I'm just so mad. I just hate living here. I just hate. I do want to be like, excuse me, Weeb-san, let me live there. Senpai, notice me. Why is someone timestamped 44th minute of a 45-minute out of war video?
Dad was finally a hero.
Oh, that's a funny clip.
Dad was finally a hero. He finally did it. Gonna take a battle shop check here.
He's so fucking mad, bro. Unlucky. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky, bro. Anyway, that was my trip to the old Nippon, baby. Great time. Great time. Fun stories are to be had, definitely. It's after the 1 hour later, he's seething. He was a little bit mad on him. Bless him. Bless him. Try being a good person, bro. Not just fucking shit talker. Anyway. That's like my Irish passport for backup when the shit is a fan to leave the UK. Yeah, it's just like, why do I want to live in the UK anymore? I want to live in Japan now. Chat, if I lived in Japan, would you still watch? I won't be able to run tournaments. That'd be a bit shit. I would constantly be outside the time zone that you function in, which means I probably wouldn't reply to many messages or like be involved in the Discord. But would you still watch? Just out of curiosity. No mega reason, to be honest. No mega reason. Want to live in the UK is a strong way to describe it. Yeah, just like, it's just poo in it. It's just poo. Everything's so poo around here, right? I was driving Georgie to work this morning, right? And like, we're going down a main road and someone turns off the main road, right? And it's quite busy, so I'm stopped. So they turn off the main road, so as you do, you fill in the gap, right? As I go to fill in the gap, the guy then starts to reverse out of where he's just turned into onto the main road towards the side of my car. So I picked him and he picked back and then he flagged me off as I drove past. I was just like, one, you're a fucking moron, you reverse onto the main road. That's illegal, you know? Just like taking lithium batteries in a suitcase. That's illegal. You can't do that. And two, this would never happen in Japan, bro. One, no one has cars. It's just like, your first thing you've done this morning is try to reverse into my car, so I've pipped you to warn you, and then you've got mad at me because you reversed onto a main road, which isn't allowed. Ugh. It's why young people are leaving. It's not the people coming here. It's just the gentrification of everything. Yeah, it's just, like, obviously I've gone there and I've got rose-tinted glasses and I've just had a wonderful time with my partner and we've just had, like, 2 magical weeks together. But I was just coming back and I was just like, why is my train taking 3 hours and why is it 20 minutes late? You know what I mean? The first thing I did when I got back in London was bought 2 coffees, which cost me £14. And then I got on a train, which was 20 minutes late. And I was just like, this would never happen in Japan. Yeah, they have problems with, like, misogyny. And they have a really right-wing government right now that hates foreigners and immigrants. But, like, you know... They also have anime. I think Georgie described it best. Is like Japan has so much whimsy that the UK just doesn't have anymore. Like, no store has a little cool jingle. You know? No store has just like their stuff but with cats all over it. You know? We do that every time we go to Italy, but I think I miss sausage and takeouts. Yeah, jokes aside, the last night we was there, I was like, George, we were walking to Don Quixote, right? Really cool shop. Sure, fascism is on the rise. Have you heard of hentai? Bro, fascism's on the rise everywhere. You can't really escape it. So why don't you just look for the other good stuff? You know what I mean? Fascism's on the rise here, quite fast. But you know. They have anime. What do we have? Yeah, I was like, we were like going to Don Quixote, walking through Osaka River, right? And it's beautiful. It's really cute. Don't get me wrong. We're having a little romantic time. And we're like enjoying our time, but also we're a bit sad that it's like the last night of the trip, you know? Here's a picture of George. She won't like that picture. She won't like that picture. She'll prefer this one. Look, you know, it's beautiful. We're walking down the river with the lights showing and stuff, like in Osaka. And I was like, Georgie. And she's like, what? And I was like, except for living things, you know, family, pets, you know, friends. What do you miss about the UK? And she was just like, there's not as much rampant misogyny in the UK. And I was like, you know what? You know what, fair. And I was like, I really miss, like, mashed potato. Because they don't do mashed potato, really, in Japan. They do some places. And then she was just like, you know, not every store's, like, full of, not everything's sexualized. Like, in every shop we go into, there's, like, an upstairs where it's all weird and stuff, you know. And, like, they have, like, weird rules about, like, phones have to have, like, the capture sound on their cameras on all times because there's, like, really bad, like, upskirting, like, vibes and shit like that. And I was like, oh, I really miss vinegar. Like, they don't do vinegar. They do soy sauce, but I really fancy some salt and vinegar crisps. So I told my mom, and she was just like, I can post you some. And I was like, fucking hell. Let's go. Because one thing I wasn't missing was a roast dinner. I wasn't missing it because in Nagoya, we went to Nagoya Castle, which is beautiful. And then we went around the Shogun Palace, which is also really cool. I'm not going to go through all my holiday snaps. But here's me looking out at the peasants in the Shogun Palace. You know what I mean? But then outside, there was a restaurant, and we were kind of hungry and had to walk around. Very beautiful. There was a restaurant called Popover. And I was like, what the fuck is a popover? You know? It's like, look at that beautiful setting, beautiful, stunning Nagoya Castle. And I was like, what the fuck is a popover? So he looked in the menu, you know, and I've never been in there so fast. Because it turns out a popover is what the Japanese call a Yorkshire pudding. So as you can see, we had a bit, well, Georgie had like chicken and cheese and some salad and a Yorkshire pudding. I had a steak with salad, wedges, and a Yorkshire pudding. So this is what's known as a popover because it pops over the tin. And chat, it was amazing. Honestly, they had like this like salad and I don't know what this was, but it tasted nice. I wasn't sure if it was a sauce or a drink because it was in a teacup. So I kind of dipped stuff in and drank it. You know what I mean? I kind of like, and then sometimes I dip things in. But then I had this like steak with like wedges, and then they had this, which is basically gravy. It was like gravy sauce. It wasn't bone broth. It was more like a miso, but it wasn't miso. I couldn't quite work out what it was. But yeah, they were serving Yorkshire pudding with butter as well, which was crazy. But we went here and it was fucking amazing. Honestly, it was so sick. I'm trying to find the video of me eating a Yorkshire pudding with chopsticks. Was it this? No, it was not. That's super potato. I can't find the video now. There's a video of me, anyway, eating Yorkshire pudding with chopsticks, which is very strange, but it's very tasty. And as a Yorkshireman, I gave it my seal of approval because it was pretty fucking nice, to be honest. It was pretty fucking good, I won't lie. Can't find it. But anyway, so I didn't miss Yorkshire puddings because it turns out I found them. So, like, we're really just missing vinegar and, like, salt and vinegar crisps. That's about all I'm missing from Japan, to be honest. Love a potato wedge in my Sunday dinner. Well, it's a steak, right? Steak wedges and then a Yorkshire pudding. I was like, what the fuck? Mikey misses Sunday dinner. Georgie misses gender equality. You know what? Fair enough. You know what I mean? Like, fair enough. I'm not trying to be overly woke. Like, for blokes, it's fine. I'm not missing it. But she was like, I'd like that. And I was like, you know what? Fair. That's totally understandable. I totally appreciate that. As an ally, I think that should be here too. It's not something I instantly thought of, though. I was thinking about vinegar. You must see someone that has a world's food aisle or something like that. Yeah, I'll just pop down to Japanese Tesco and pop in there, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my... Vinegar flavored crisp is a Filipino thing, so you'd have to find a C-type store in your set. Chat, don't make it even worse. Look, don't make it even worse, because I do want to just live there. I do want to live there. Because it's just cheaper. It's just cheaper. That's one thing. And two, everything's full of anime and whimsy. You know what I mean? Every shop has some anime reference in it. You go into Daiso, which is essentially Poundland. It's a 100 yen store, basically. Everything's around 45p. And they've just got, like, Evangelion stuff. Like, Evangelion book stand things. And it's just like, why do I want to live in the UK? If I went and bought a book stand, it'd have fucking Wallace and Gromit on it or some shit like that. If I'm lucky. And it'd be £17. You're really having your middle school anime fan arc here. Yeah, but I didn't want to live in Japan before I went. I wanted to visit, but now I've been. I'm a bit like... I do love the ability to buy for psychological trauma anime for 0.5p. Psychological trauma anime bookends. Don't you think the Japanese come over here and say the same things about whimsy and whatnot? Ah, yes, the whimsy. When the Japanese come over and be like, why? Wow, they do fly a lot of flags around here, don't they? I mean, as a YouTuber, how do people do you interact with in person anyway? Very true. Very true. If you do move, just don't run around with toast in your mouth. I've heard that's all the rage, you know? Every anime I've seen has had one of the characters running with toast. The English themed pub chain Hub does vinegar with their fish and chips in Japan. Look, I've just like less and less reasons to stay here, chat. I guess family, friends, and my two cats are kind of like a big thing, you know. But like when I went last year, and obviously I proposed to Georgie at the top of Mount Fuji. I don't think I've ever shown the picture or video, but I proposed to Georgie last year at Mount Fuji, the Chiruta Pagoda we went to. Very beautiful, very pretty, very cool. Can't even find it. It's somewhere around here. Trying to find a screenshot rather than like the video. Sorry, I can't even find the video anyway. There it is. There we are, chat. Look at us. Look at us. There's me and Georgie getting engaged. Georgie saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" and me laughing at her. And Mount Fuji with no snow doesn't happen very often. I don't think I've shown this on stream before. But there we are. But I did say to her, I said, like, if you say yes, I'm a happy man. Because I've got the love of my life who would like to marry me. And if you say no, I'm a happy man. I'm in Japan. I'm just moving here. You can go home. You can go home. Also, the boarding's under my name. You've seen it. Yeah, obviously you have, Nick. I don't think I've shown it on stream, though. But I was like, if you say no, I'm staying here. You can go home. You've got a real job. I've got my camera. I'll just go and buy a laptop. I've had my streams sorted. I can stream from anywhere. And she was like, God, I'm so glad I said. I'm so glad I said yes. You could do my dream without me. Marry me or abandon me is a line. Yeah, that's literally what I said it after. I didn't say it at the time, but I did say afterwards. I was like, either way, I've won. A checkmate, bro. That's what I said to her after she said yes. I'll marry you. I'll dedicate my life to you. I said checkmate, bro. That's what I said. You know what I mean? You never get a place big enough to store your Warhammer in Japan either. No, that's true. I would have to sell all my armies, but that would also fund the trip, fund the adventure, as it were. I'd have to keep one. I'd be like, I'd just be a Space Marine player, and I'd be making like how to hobby with no space, you know. Not quite the vibe I'm going for. The Ride of the Valkyries. I'm talking about moving countries. And so I was just like, yeah, I'd be like, how to optimize your tiny space. I live in Japan. Also, here's a combini. You can move into one of those pods or those apartments that are like 4 feet wide. Bro, I don't think I can get through it. You know what I mean? I'm quite fat, but I'm also quite broad. So I don't even think I could go sideways. You know what I mean? Anyway, chat. There's my Japan catch up. Okay, and like I said, I've got a few videos. I'm doing a video of like, not like a haul video, but like these are the places in Japan that are really sick. You know what I mean? Like really cool for getting like hobby supplies, old games and stuff like that. Because I would say the thing I bought the most of was hobby supplies and Switch games, ironically, because like the Switch 2 and stuff like that, the games are well expensive and they're also extremely cheap in Japan because of stuff we've already discussed. But also it's much the Japanese games work on the Switch and they play in English, so I wanted to do like a little video about that. Guys, thank you for the 64 months, my dude. Let's go.
Ohio goes Imas, my dude.
Go Ohio, go Zemas, whatever that means. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 64 months, guys. One of my longest serving members, one of my longest subscribed. Appreciate you. Let me get you into giveaway, guys, of all trades. There he is. Because we're giving away Space Marine Iron Halo Strike Force. I think that's what it's called. Didn't spell that right. That's the one. We're giving away this bad boy, chat. I have one. I'm going to go pick it up today. I'm going to go do some tournament prep. But we're giving away this box set at the end of the month at New Year. Okay. I get an image of the box. I'll have it. I'll just have it and I'll be able to show you a picture of it. I'll be able to just like hold it and show you. But shout out to the Outpost, exclamation point Outpost. Not that website. I clicked image. Shout out to the Outpost who've managed to secure one of these bad boys to give away on stream. So if you'd like to be in with a chance to win, support the channel with a super chat, membership, stuff like that. And like I've said, I've been away. I've got no money left. I've one spent on money. 2, I didn't earn any for 2.5 weeks. Jokes aside, if I win this, I'm definitely giving it to Magoo. So Nigel won our last one with what? How many entries do you have? Like 2? 2 entries, I think. One of them for being a member. Because basically what I do is I take everyone who's become a member throughout the month or gifted a membership. And then everyone who's a member who's not on the gifted tier gets an extra entry. And then I'll do the draw where we'll randomly draw 10 names and do a marbles race. It's a broken English of Ohio gozaimasu, which is good morning in Japanese. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate you. It did sound it out right. I don't know what good morning is in Japanese. So that's why it missed me. But I appreciate you. You're a fucking legend. However, we've done Japan stories. Now we've got GW lied about detachments. Because here's the big story. The 40k news that I do know what's going on because I've been keeping track of it. I've been keeping an eye. Now, obviously, we've had, bearing in mind it is now December. This time last year, we had Grotmas. The Grotmas calendar, which was a month of releasing detachments for every single faction in 40k daily. So much so that I streamed them every single day. Now it's funny because I planned to stream every day anyway when I got back, but then at Games Workshop were like, here's some free content every day. Awesome. Now everyone's streaming every day. Go fuck myself, I guess. But they said that they were releasing a detachment every single day, and they did. And I said it led to rules bloat. Rules bloat. But it was very successful. You can see with Games Workshop's actual stock, if you look Games Workshop stock, that wasn't Games Workshop. If you see, like during December is a bit lower because obviously when it caught up, you saw like a little bit of a spike, as you can see. You know, like last 5 years. Like this was like last year, and then it was slowly climbing, and then they had like a real peak up here. They realized that they made so much money during Christmas, you know, and it's clearly done extremely well for them. The amount that it's fucking worth these days is absolutely crazy. But Grotmas was great. It was great for a player because you got something new, which made you excited. It was great as a Games Workshop store because you sold loads of more models. And it was just really fun. It was really exciting. I criticised it, said it led to rules blow, but everyone told me to shut up. However, Games Workshop did not care about the rules blow because soon after, as soon as March, they announced quarterly detachments, as you can see. New rules for Tau Empire, Orks, and Depth Stage. Remember this? Remember more Daka, the Daka detachment? Do you remember the experimental cadre detachment that Big C beats with me with all the time on stream? And then the Lions of the Emperor. They announced that we were going to be, because the Grotmas was so popular, we spent the month of December literally giving away new detachments to every faction in Warhammer 40k. The Warhammer Studio decided they'd like to release more every 3 months. Here's one of the team, Kenny with more. They were so excited about the idea of Grotmas that they were going to do it every 3 months. You know? They were like, we're going to release them every 3 months, 3 detachments, 3 different factions. Keeps it exciting, you know? Balanced Data Slay not only nerfs your army, but also someone else's army gets extremely strong. Very cool. And then they did it again. They did Chaos Space Marines, Dark Angels, and Tyranids. We got the Burrowing detachment for Tyranids. We got the Chaos one, which was the Sorcerer one. It was essentially the Librarian's Conclave ripoff. And then the Dark Angel one was Wrath of the Lion or something. I can't remember what it's called. The good one. It's like the good mixture of the Dark Angel one. It's like where they all come together and they actually all benefit rather than being extremely focused. Wrath of the Rock, that's it. So, they did it twice. 4th of June. Now, the last Balanced Data Slate we had, we are due another one. The last Balanced Data Slate was the September. And, they didn't release any detachments. They said that, what did they say? They were like, listen, we know you like it, but we can't do it. We're going to have to wait, and they're not quite ready. Where is it? Let me find it. There were no core changes this time, as we generally have in most systems, and I decided not to cause a ruckus this time. Likewise, we weren't able to supply new detachments. They weren't quite ready in time, but we intend to add more at the next update. So what a lot of people were thinking were like, oh well, the new detachments haven't come out with this Bard's Data Slate. There's supposedly going to be more with the next update, but the next big update is Grotmas, right? Grotmas has been promised to say that we're getting new rules. Let me find it. This year's kind of shaking up the forum by stuffing a wide selection of different treats behind each door of the Red Gobbo's workshop, from new game rules and painting guides to unreleased Warhammer fiction, and as always, a special reveal on Grotmas Day. You know, so people were like, "Oh, look, they're going to be releasing rules. Maybe not a detachment every day, but they're going to be releasing game rules." You know, and then there's been at the same time of doing this, I think they even said in this detachment, the first one. There's less than a week until the first box opens on Monday the 1st of December, and a little snotling has told us something to do with the newly promoted captain everyone's been talking about lately. Can't imagine who that'd be. So they announced that, and then immediately afterwards, they start doing all these videos about, like, the ultra mad, you know what I mean? Let me just put ultra, see if that comes up. It does not. It does? It does not. They've been releasing all of these fucking videos, all these marketing materials. I'll just go to the YouTube channel. They've been releasing shit like fucking this, you know what I mean?
A very passionate crowd behind me at Warhammer World, turning this place of pilgrimage into a site of protest. Can you tell us what's brought you here today?
It's been 2 months since we've had a new Marnie's Kelgar miniature. 2 months!
Right.
Look, I know they're doing their best, but to be honest, we should have more Ultramarines released by now.
We've had more non-Ultramarine releases than Ultramarine releases in the last year. It's just rubbish!
We don't even have our own codex.
We won't!
All right.
We won't!
More on this as it develops.
We won't! No!
Feels AI. It did feel very AI, that, didn't it? It didn't feel great. But they did that one, and then they did 2 more, I think, I want to say. 2 more videos. Yeah, they had this one. I don't think I've seen this one. I'm going to say it, like, mocking protests, not to be woke, kind of tasteless, you know what I mean? Just slightly tasteless in the current political climate, but, you know, fair enough. You know, it's one of those things.
3 days now, and the Ultramarines' protest at Warhammer World shows no signs of slowing down.
We march for McCrag! McCrag!
Courage and honor! Courage and honor!
We're reasonable people. We'll settle for 1 Ultramarine Primaris Lieutenant per week.
We're joined now with a representative from Warhammer Studio.
We want our passionate fans to know we see you, we hear you, we understand the depth of your feelings on the issue. We're all Ultramarines fans here. We want our fans to understand that if you paint it blue, any Space Marine could be an Ultramarine.
It sounds like this protest is far from over. We'll bring you any further developments as they happen. I'm Mark from Calf News. Back to you at the studio.
So anyway, they've been putting these out. Now, is this about Ultramarines, or is it a spoiler to be like, we're going to be releasing some word bearer shit coming soon, hence the t-shirt? We don't really know. But after they said they were releasing all of these rules, it's all about Titus, and at the same time, you know, 30th of November, showing more Ultramarine stuff. A lot of people are expecting Ultramarine rules. Day 1, Grotmas calendar. Titus arrives in Ultramar. It's the first installment of the Grotmas calendar, and today the Red Gobbo has found some Warhammer 40,000 fiction. It's even... It looks like even news of Captain Titan's Ultramarines can make a huge difference to a battle zone's morale. So, after posting this, 3 separate videos about Ultramarines and talking about how there's new rules coming, the first thing they go for is Captain Titan's fiction. After saying quarterly detachments, the next update is coming soon, and then everyone going, oh, it's all going to be about Grotmas. What the hell is going on with these new detachments? Are we actually going to see any new detachments? Or what? Now, bear in mind, I was supposed to talk about this on Monday. I've kind of like rehashed it. Now, they have since shown off some rules for Age of Sigmar. So at least Sigmar got the first day was a good one. I just feel like doing all of this promo about new Ultramarine stuff and then it's just a little bit of fiction, in my opinion, is quite rough. I think maybe they should start on a high rather than starting on like a bit of fiction and then working their way up. You know what I mean? Maybe they should be starting like, here's some cool new stuff. Tomorrow it's fiction. You know what I mean? Tomorrow it's Age of Sigmar cool stuff. Then it's fiction. You know what I mean? It just feels like, one, I'm going to be interested to see, because I think we're going to be getting a balanced data slate this month, because like September to December is like, this is when we're due a new balanced data slate. And when we get that balanced data slate, if there's no detachments in it, you know, if there's no detachments in it, it's going to be absolutely fucking ridiculous, because they literally said, we're going to release detachments quarterly, and they've literally failed at the 3rd hurdle, you know what I mean? So if there's, we need to see, we really need to see some Grotmas style detachments this balanced data slate. Or it's just a bit of a joke, because it's just constant like promises and like failing on those promises and forgetting about those promises, etc. Will you protest outside Warhammer? Yeah, maybe. I'll try and get their YouTube channel and join a pretend protest. But yeah, it felt a bit tasty. I haven't actually seen the 3rd video that they put out.
Live from the site of the Ultramarines protests here at Warhammer World. We've just heard that in the last few minutes, the Warhammer studio released a statement effectively capitulating to the demands of the protesters. We have that footage for you now.
Our passionate fans have brought to light a terrible injustice, and we're going to put it right. Effective immediately, every release will be an Ultramarines release. Mark from Calc News, please.
If you've been affected by the lack of Ultramarines releases, let us know at ultramarinesblue@gwplc.com. Has anyone emailed that? Shall I email it now? Shall I email it now? I can't show you my screen because it just shows all my emails. How do you just like make an email where it takes over the full screen like you used to back in the... Ah! Aha! Ultramarines blue. Ultramarines blues at gwplc.com. Ultramarine isn't enough. We have Ultramarines blue, but why not Ultramarines blue? Discuss. Thanks. I did send it. I just don't want to show you my emails, chat. I did send it. I just don't want to send you show my emails. So yeah, so I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if it means like, is this all to do with 500 worlds? Is it a word bearers like example, like a teaser or something like that, which is quite fun. Oh, it didn't send. Ultramarines blues. Oh, I said it's Ultramarines blues, not Ultramarine blue. God damn it. One sec. Let me fix this. Let me resend it, chat. How do you, like, edit it? God, I love him getting myself involved in marketing when it doesn't fucking work. There are a few examples on Reddit of people getting responses from it. Ah, really? Okay. Atamani's Calgar swimsuit edition. This is what happens when Gen Z are in charge of marketing development. Nothing but cringe and lies. Well, it's fucking, there's no one in marketing left. They've sacked them all by the sounds of it. It says, the reply is, hello, Ultramarines fan. We're sorry you're feeling blue. We are ultra grateful for your message. We want to make sure you feel heard. Please rest assured we see you, we hear you. We understand the depth of your fears on this issue. All the best. Cool. Great. Love that. Love that. Good stuff. Wow, chat, we got ourselves involved in marketing. Did you enjoy that? We did marketing. We sucked up to it. How did they send you back a response in PDF form without a password? That's the usual case. That's usually what I get. Anyway, I'll be interested to see what they do with this balance data slate and what we get. You know what I mean? Like, what if there's any detachments? If there's detachments, I will rescind what I said. You know what I mean? I'll come back and say, you know what? Fair enough. They only missed one time. But it just feels like to go, we're going to release them every 3 months and then miss one. It's just like, dumb. You know what I mean? Miss one within 6 months of doing it, you know? Did you read the pre-Rockmas preview? We have paint tutorials. Look forward to. Excellent. Excellent. They did say they'll be getting detachments next time. Do you think they'll be doing detachments in Grotmas and in the balanced data slate? That's what I don't understand. You know? They'll put it out this week just to give you a headache. If it was going to come out this week, it'd be out today. If I had a hunch, I imagine it'd probably be next week or the week after. If they do it, they might just say no. You know what I mean? If they even do it. Did we technically get a few new detachments in the last 3 months? Yes, technically yes. There has been the marine detachments, but like they haven't really said they're part of the quarterly ones. So it's like, what are we supposed to? Are they part of the quarterly detachments? Are they not part of the extra? Are they instead of? Are they in addition? You know, were they supposed to be part of the quarterly detachments and then all the marine stuff come out after? But it seems weird to be like, here's quality attachments to 3 different factions and then cancel it 2 months later, you know what I mean? Notice how 40k dead same as this time last year, but they didn't announce it this year. Dead same as this time of year? What do you mean? They were coming out during the last balance day, so they didn't count them as that. So, yeah, he said they were doing that in addition, right? So, anyway. Oh, I remember last year when they said no more 40k releases for the rest of the year. Yeah, there's like been 40k releases. The last one was like Ultramarines, right? Like with last year, they did that in like September. They said there were going to be no more. To be honest, he's sadly announcing something, saying it'll be regularly created, then dropping it to move on to something else is very on brand for creators in the hobby space. Because Ryan, I feel called out. Because Ryan, feel called out, bro. I don't do that. I don't do that, never. Where was it? It was like Games Workshop previews were a disaster. Here I am. The night before Hellstorm. Yeah, it was August they announced they weren't going to be doing anything. You know? That's when they said there was going to be no more 40k releases. It was August. They had like a 4-month break and then released fucking loads. Month after month. This was so weird, wasn't it? It's time to take a break on the 30th of August. It's such a weird time. Very, very odd, definitely. But no, they've not done that this time because they've been releasing 40k. They literally had 40k stuff releasing as I was going away. The roadmap that never was, yeah, literally. The end store! Thank you for the 61 months, dude. Thank you so much for the 61 months. Let me add you to our giveaway sheet. Thank you, DN stuff. Appreciate you. My mate came second in a Winston Churchill lookalike competition yesterday. He was close but no cigar. Brilliant. Well done. Well done, mate. Great job. But yeah, if you didn't know, I'm giving away an Iron Halo Strike Force, which is the Space Marine Christmas box, to anyone who subscribes. That's we're giving away the Iron Halo Strike Force. I should just keep a picture of it, should I? I'll have it in hand soon. It's fine. It's fine, chat. Deckno! Not sure why DN stuff didn't come through. Appreciate your DN stuff for 61. Deckno, thank you so much for the big point member, dude.
Edgekno 24 celebrates 28 months of membership. Does this count?
It sure does. It sure does. Let me add you in. Deckno 24. So anyone who just kind of like we did last month before I went away. Anyone who subscribes, super chats, becomes a member, gifts, etc., is getting in with a chance to win this. I'm going to take everyone's names throughout the month, and then at the end of the month, either New Year or just like the 1st of January, we're going to randomly draw all the names. If you are a member already and you don't get a resub on stream, you'll still be entered, don't worry. It's just if you're on the gifted tier, you won't get a free entry because obviously people are gifting to enter. And then people are getting like free entries when, you know, it's supposed to be supporting the channel. So if you're a member already, as long as you're not on the gifted tier, you're already in the giveaway. You'll get free entries. If you're on Parasocial, you get 5 free entries. If you resub, become a member, super chat, etc., I'll be adding you to the giveaway as well. And we'll draw 10 names and then put those 10 names in a marbles race. Okay. I mean, this is the giveaway. We're giving away an Iron Halo Strike Force. So, shout out to the Outpost, !Outpost. If you're getting any last minute Warhammer gifts or anything like that, or any little treats for yourself, then make sure you check out the Outpost using my link. I get a kickback, which is great. And you support out a local store, you support my local studio, where I run tournaments and stuff, and also just extremely good shipping, really good customer service, and a good discount as well. It's where I buy all my Warhammer from. So if you want to check it out, please do. !Outpost. But anyway, Congress Stewie, thanks for the 33 months, dude. Let me get you in. Let me get you in, dude. Thank you for the 33 months, mate. Battle Force with or without coloured paper.
Stewie celebrates 33 months of membership. Battle Force with or without colored.
Brilliant. I'll put some coloured paper in if you win. How many members for you to build the Redemptor? What, do you not like building Redemptors? Or do you think I'm just extremely good? Just extremely good at building Redemptors, is that what you're saying? I love the Redemptor kit. It's so fun. There's a lot of bits. A lot of it is very over-engineered, but it's very good. You don't like it? Why? It's not the worst model, bro. It's not. It's so good. So poseable. It's great. Anyway, it turns out Squidmar's stolen my video. Did you see? I put out a video the other day. Did really poo. Whilst I was away. 5 fundamental techniques for beginner miniature painters. Oh, crap thumbnail, to be honest. Crap video. Squidmar, 4 days ago. 8 tips to help any beginner painter paint armies much faster. Basically the same video. Basically the same. That's a different title that I've just seen as well. I'm sure he didn't say that a second ago. He's got a test. He's got the fucking thingy on. The A/B testing. He said something like 8 beginner tips for any miniature painter. I was just like, bro, come on now. Hellstormwargaming, you make videos? Wow, that's mean. Wow, that's mean. Considering I've made 1,200 videos. Very mean, bro. Extremely mean. Does he shield Vallejo by any chance? Yeah, he does. Extremely mean considering I've released 1,200 videos for you to say, wow, you release videos? Mean. Brutal. Almost. I have videos with 500,000 views. More than 500,000 views. One. One video with more than 500,000 views. I have videos released this year with 116k. I thought you just begged for members and swanned about in Japan. Right, anyway, chat, it's been fun today. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'm going to go. Decknull better watch his fucking back this weekend. He's literally fucked it. Because I'm running the Hellstorm team tournament this weekend, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting. And we are doing that, so I've got to go and finish off setting up all the terrain to make sure it's all good. I'm also repainting a bit of terrain because it's a nice day, so I'm going to go do some spraying. So I'm going to go do that this afternoon, and then I'll hopefully have a video about Japan and all the hobby stuff I bought next week. That's the plan. Miss you too. Opponents may get sudden 20-point uplift. I think every opponent that deck plays should have an extra Chaos Knight. You know, just like maybe 2. Maybe 2 Chaos Knights on every board. You know. But yes, I won't be back Friday, sadly. I know. RIP. I won't be back Friday night because I will be setting up. Because I'm just basically just like doing loads of admin. It's just funny because I did the same thing last year. I kind of booked all my tournaments. And then I decided to go to Japan and then have like the 4 days to come and sort out the rest of the event and stuff like that. So I'm just a bit of a twat, to be honest. It just worked out that this was the cheapest time to go. Anyway, so I'm gonna go do that. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll try and put out some shorts and stuff like that about Japan soon. But I have a couple of other things lined up as well. So it's been good. It's been good to be back. And the stream didn't die. I didn't drop a single frame. Chat, I didn't drop a single frame. Can you believe? Can you believe? It turns out if you plug an Ethernet cable in instead of using a fucking wireless dongle, it's way better. And I don't know why I've never done it before. I'm just like, it's just typical. I come back and then this fucking pops and my monitor breaks. It's just like, ugh. This is why I never turn my computer off, by the way. You really want to ruin Christmas. You ruin mine. You ruin mine. So I'm going to go. So thanks so much for watching. And hopefully I'll catch you next week. I'll catch you next week, chat. Appreciate you. Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye. No wonder Night Rain lagged all the time. Shut up. I'm bro. Bro, look at it. Look how gorgeous it is now. Look how gorgeous it is. Look at it. Bam. Wow. Look at that. I'm actually getting the internet I pay for. I don't have to run a cable through my house. Jokes aside, I never put an Ethernet cable in because I kept telling myself I was going to move out. And it's funny because I just can't afford to do that. So I was like, I'll put a cable in when I move. I'm in Renton now. So I don't really want to like put loads of like fucking holes in the wall for the cables or whatever. And then yesterday I just went, fuck it. I'm fed up with this now. I'm fed up. So I did it. Anyway, now I'm going. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Bye. Have fun. Video coming soon. Promise. Just catching up, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye.